You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast. You can find this channel on Twitter, Gab.ai, BitChute, and Minds.com. This is a Real American Patriot channel for Real American Patriots. If you're not a Real American Patriot, please exit the channel. Furthermore, we are not sponsored by any outside interference. That means we're unscripted, unrehearsed, and unedited. With that being said, transmission will commence momentarily.
How you guys doing? Welcome to the Highly Evolved Podcast. My name is Stefan. You can find me on Minds.com, BitChute, Twitter, Gap.com. Most importantly, like, share, subscribe, because YouTube don't want to monetize my channel, don't want to support my thing. On that note, guys, let's start the show. In this episode, we're going to read an article about sugar and the connection with Alzheimer's, right? I know some people might not health inclined or might not find the story very interesting, but I find the story very interesting, right? Sometimes you guys separate yourself from politics and look into and health, because health is very important in my opinion, right? Let's look at this article. I think it's from the Atlantic. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to read it out, but let's start the article. All right. Start article. Bear with me, guys. There you go. A startling link between sugar and Alzheimer's. Right? A high carb diet and the attendant's high blood sugar are associated with cognitive decline. Right? In recent years, Alzheimer has occasionally been referred to as type 3 diabetes. Wow. So that's a type 3. All right. Though the moniker does not make much sense after all thoughts they shared of a problem with insulin, type 1 diabetes is a autoimmune disease. Type 2 diabetes is a chronic disease caused by diet instead of another type of diabetes. Is increasingly looking like Alzheimer is another potential side effect of sugary Western style diets. This is why sugar, if you don't, I'll let you guys know, I'm not a big fan of sugar. I don't eat a lot of sugar because sugar is a type of, I think sugar is a type of poison. All right. In some cases, the path from sugar to Alzheimer lead to type 2 diabetes, but as new study and others shown that not always the case. A longitudinal studies published in the Journal of Diabetologia, if that's how you pronounce it, I apologize, followed by 5,189 people over 10 years, found that people with high blood sugar had a fast rate of cognitive decline that those with normal blood sugar, whether or not their blood sugar level or technically made them diabetic. In other words, the high blood sugar are faster cognitive decline. Dementia is one of the most prevalent psychiatric conditions strongly associated with poor quality of later life, said a leader author, Waxan Z, at Imperial College of London, via email. Currently, dementia is not curable, which make it very important to study the risk factors. Melissa Schillings, a professor at New York University, performed her own review of studies connecting diabetes to Alzheimer's in 2016. She sought to reconcile two confusing trends. People who have type 2 diabetes are about twice as likely to get Alzheimer's, and people who have diabetes are treated with insulin and are also more likely to get Alzheimer's, suggesting evaluating insulin play a role in Alzheimer's. In fact, many studies have found that evaluate insulin or hyperinsulinemia significantly increase your risk of Alzheimer's. On the other hand, people with type 1 diabetes who don't make insulin at all are also thought to have high risk of Alzheimer's. How could these both be true? Schilling posted this happens because of the insulin degrading enzyme, the product of insulin that break down both insulin and amyloid protein. Amyloid protein in the brain. The same protein that clumped up and lead to Alzheimer's diseases. People who don't have enough insulin live like those whose body ability to produce insulin have been tapped out by diabetes aren't going to make enough of these enzymes to break these brain clumps. Meanwhile, in people who use insulin to treat their diabetes end up with a surplus of insulin. Most of them of this enzyme get used up and break down into breaking that insulin down, leaving enough enzyme to address those amyloid brain clump. According to Schilling, this can happen even in people who have diabetes yet who are in a state of knowing of pre-diabetic. It is simply mean your body sugar is high than normal and is sometimes that affect roughly 86 million Americans. Schilling is not primarily a medical researcher. She's just interested in the topics. What the hell? But Rosebud Roberts is a professor of epidemiological. How you say this? Epidemiology, right? Epidemiology and neurology. I guess. All right. The Mayo Clinic agree her interpretations. In 2012 study, Robert broke nearly 1,000 people down into 4 groups, the basis on how much of their diet comes from carbohydrates. The group that ate the most carbs have at least 80% high chances of developing a mild cognitive impairment. A pit stop on ways to dementia that those who ate the smallest amount of carbs, people with mild cognitive impairment and MCI can dress and feed themselves, but they have trouble with more complex tasks. Intervening with MCI can help preventing dementia. Rebecca Gutman, a professor of neurology in Johns Hopkins, cautions that feeding on carbs aren't well established of those on diabetes. Of course, carb is just sugar. That's what it is. Carb break down into sugar. It's hard to be sure at this stage is that what an ideal diet would look like, she said. There is suggestion that the Mediterranean diet, for example, may be good for brain health. All right. But she said there are several theories out there that explain connection between high blood pressure, blood sugar, and dementia. Diabetes can also weaken the blood vessels, which increase the likelihood that you'll have many strokes in the brain, causing various dementia, and high intake of simple sugar can make the cell, including those in the brain, insulin resistance, which can cause the brain cell to die. Meanwhile, eating too much general can cause obesity. The extra fat in those obese people release a cytokine, I think that's how you pronounce it, cytokine of inflammation protein that can also contribute to cognitive disorientation. Roberts said, in one study by Gutman, obesity doubled a person's risk of having evaluated amyloid protein in their brain later in life. Roberts said the people with type 1 diabetes are mainly only at risk if their insulin is poorly controlled and they have hypoglycemic episode. But even people who don't have any kind of diabetic can watch their sugar intake, she said. Just because you don't have type 2 diabetic doesn't mean you can eat whatever carb you want. Exactly. She said, especially if you are not active. All right? What we eat, she added, is a big factor of maintaining control of your destiny. Okay? Let me say this. All right? It's not how often you work out. It's what you put in your body, right? Look at cavemen. You think they work out for a reason? They don't work out. Today's society is the only society that work out just to work out. We strain our body just for the purpose of trying to lose fat. While other culture out there, they lose fat naturally because of the way they eat. They eat their eating habits. Americans have the worst eating habits. All right, who to say our natural? Who to say? Let me say this. Who to say that we have to have 3 meals a day? All right. What if, look at the people back in time. They don't eat 3 meals a day. What if famine happened? They don't eat. All right. What if the right season doesn't come? They rationalize their food. All right. Humans are made to fast within a certain time frame. We're not supposed to eat 3 times a day. According culture, that's a lot of food. Eating 3 times a day, not even 3 times a day. Some people are advocating eating 5 times a day. I'm like, what the heck? That's a lot of food. All right. Robert said that the new study of Z is interesting because it's also showing that associated between pre-diabetic and cognitive decline. That is an important point that often get forgotten in the discussion of Alzheimer's. It's such a horrible disease that it can be tempting to dismiss the inevitable. And of course, there are genetic and others non-nutritional factors that contribute to this in its progressions. But as those and other researchers point out, decisions we make about food are one risk factor we can control. Right? It's all what you eat. It's not how much you worked out. Right? You're more likely to lose weight by not eating than you are to work out. All right? It's more effective to lose weight by watching what you eat than for you to work out. All right? Working out is basically try to make more muscle. That's what I think, or make your endurance higher. That's why you work out. All right, workout doesn't necessarily burn as much fat than when you watch the way you eat. When you watch the way you eat, you're more likely to lose weight than when you watch what you eat than you are to work out. Right? So it's not diet. Not says diet. Weight loss are primary what you eat. It's not how much you work out. All right, you can work out all you want. You can still be at the same level. You can hit your plateau and not lose weight. All right, it's all about what you eat. Now, listen, I'm not a science expert. This is my point of view. I'm not a doctor, but that's what I believe. All right, consult your doctor before taking any measures. All right, at its starting, it looks like decisions we make while we still relatively young can affect the future of cognitive health. Alzheimer is a slow burning fire that you don't see when it starts. Schilling said, it takes time for clumped up form and for cognitive to begin to deteriorate. But the time you see in the sign is the way too late to put into the fire. All right, that's very important. See this? I bring this attention to you guys to watch what you eat because it's very important to watch what you eat. If you watch what you eat and be healthy, you wouldn't have to have problems like dealing with your health insurance, health policy, going to see the doctors. It's all about you taking care of yourself. All right, that's one thing people are lacking: health educations. All right. Now, when it comes to diet and it comes to weight loss, I have my own belief. Right, I believe you would lose more weight if you watch what you eat than you are to work out. All right, sure. I'm not saying workout is a bad thing. Workout is a good thing if you want to gain more strength. All right, want to build on more masses, want to improve your endurance. All right, work out longer. Yeah, that's a good thing for working out. That's a reason to work out if you want to build strength, more endurance, to work out longer, and work on your mass. Yes, that's what you should do if you want to gain masses, be bigger. But if your only objective is to lose weight, then it's not working out. I mean, working out is not probably the right routine for you. If you want to lose weight, it's mainly is what you eat. All right. Look, I'm a proponent of fasting. Right. You burn more weight fasting. All right. You burn more weight fasting than you were to work out. All right. And study shows time after time that fasting really help you lose a lot of weight. When you fast, your body don't spend that much time repairing. Try to digest within those time that you don't eat. Your body focuses on the time repairing the damaged cells in your body. All right. When you're fasting, your body have more time focused on working on other things. It's like, for instance, let me use this analogy. Right. Say you're like an employee. Right. You have your daily tasks. Right. You have the daily tasks you have to do every morning. Right. And I'm your boss. Right. I know I'm your boss. I know that you have your daily tasks you have to do, but I keep coming into the office, give you tasks after tasks after tasks after tasks after tasks after tasks, and then you have to focus. You have to finish the task that I give you before working on something else, right? So if you focus on the task that I give you, immediately that you focus on it, how do you have any time to focus on your daily tasks that you have to complete? You can't, because you're focused on one task that I give you. And you're not focused on anything else. That's an analogy of fasting in my view. It might be kind of convoluted, but that's what I'm trying to say. in this kind of way. Like if you give your employee daily tasks, like 10 daily tasks, but you keep coming every hour, giving new tasks, your employee won't have time to focus on the daily tasks, and he will be backed up. That's how it is. Your body gain weight because it's backed up in what it's supposed to do elsewhere in your body. All right? You keep putting food in your mouth. It's like you're overflowing your gas tank. Your car hasn't got a chance to burn your old gas yet, and then you keep putting fuel in it. All right? That's why you have the fat reserve. All right? This is unused fuel. We have to burn the fuel first, and then we could take more energy. This is why fasting is such a good thing. All right? People can say that fasting will kill you. You can get killed, or if you and you can harm yourself, right? But the thing is, if you know what you're doing, like I said, discuss a doctor before going into this to see if you qualify. But usually it's not gonna be a big deal if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, it won't. If you know what you're doing, you'll be fine. All right, you gotta know what you're doing. Do a lot of research before you start fasting. That's what I think. All right, but going back to the article, right? People need to cut back on the sugar and watch what they eat, man. Just watch what you eat, especially sugar. Sugar is a type of poison all right, it's a type of poison. It could be addicting at times. But let me know what you think. I could be wrong. Leave a comment below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you eat a lot of sugar? All right. Are you trying to lose weight? Do you agree with fasting? All right. Let me know you agree. Oh yeah, and fasting is also encouraged from the scriptures too. The scripture also encourages people to fast. All right. But on that note, guys, let me know what you think. Because I want to say YouTube don't want to monetize my channel because I'm not monetized. I'm unscripted, unrehearsed, unedited. I mean, I can say what I want without being bothered by any outside interference. All right. If you like what I do, please like, share, subscribe, because I'm not taking any donations. All right. When you like, share, subscribe, it encourages me to make more videos. When I make more videos, when I make more videos, it encourages me to make more videos. When you like, share, subscribe, let me do it all over again. All right. When you like, share, subscribe, it encourages you to make more video. When I make more video, right, it saturates YouTube algorithm. When YouTube algorithm is saturated, it make my video more available to a broader audience. Within those audience, I might be able to get them to think for themselves and not be a group thinker, right? Because group thinking will get you killed, like socialism, Marxism, and communism. Right? Those are group thinkers. Right? They think in the group. Right? And people don't have to agree with me as long as they think for themselves. Right? When I get people to think for themselves, I achieve my goal. Right? If you like what I do, like, share, subscribe. All right. And on that note, guys, let me know what you think. I know your time is very precious. I try not wasting your time. This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. I don't know, guys. I'm signing out. Thanks for listening. Peace.